Hi winners, and welcome to another Winning Wednesday. Now for this Winning Wednesday, I think I have about 7 points, technically. So the first point is hello to all of you that are brand new, and that was a cat. That was a cat. So hello to all of you that are new subscribers, and then hello to all of you that aren't. But the channel's been like exploding, like so much more than I thought it was going to. Like I thought I was gonna get lucky at like 2,500 by the end of the year, and I'm already skyrocketing past that, almost at, I think at this point, 3,600. Like I'm pretty much there. Like holy crap! Hello, hi. How are you doing? If you guys don't know what a Winning Wednesday is, you haven't looked at my past videos that much, Winning Wednesday is basically a weekly, usually weekly, update video about either what's going on with the channel or my life or whatever's going on pretty much in general. So it's just a lazy vlog kind of thing because I don't do any editing to it. I was editing for a short time, but it ended up just taking a stupid amount of time. Like I was editing, it was taking me longer to edit those than a part like of gameplay that I do. That's a cat's tail. Yeah, he sees birdies because there's like a window right there. But yeah, welcome. And this is a Winning Wednesday where I will talk about shit in my life. So the second thing, and the channel, primarily the channel. The second thing that's going on is, bless you, why I didn't have a Winning Wednesday last week was because I pretty much had nothing really to update you guys on other than live stream, and I usually always do a separate video so that way you guys know the day and time in the title, so even if you don't want to watch the video, at least there's an announcement video. But that, and I didn't have much to say. There wasn't anything new going on with the channel that I hadn't talked about the week before. And Dead by Daylight came out, so I was more worried about getting that out. Dead by Daylight has done amazing. I'm actually very surprised about it, especially for my channel. If you guys see cat hair, it's because he's swinging his tail. But I was very surprised at how popular Dead by Daylight is. Like, it's a cool game, don't get me wrong, but like it's doing so much better than like Dead Realm did. So I'm actually really impressed with this game, even for how broken the beta is. And I mean, it's broken. Let's be honest. Once you're in the game, totally fine. It's getting people in lobby that's really busted right now. Some things in game are bad. Like I was just watching Gab's stream last night, and she was, I don't know how she got into the glitch, but she was like floating as if she was being carried on the killer's back, but she was walking around. It was weird. So the game has its precious moments, but I did do a live stream of it this last Friday with viewers. Now that was a special time because my computer decided to forget all of its stuff for OBS. It was pretty magical. I was in the best of moods. I tried really hard to not let my mood be impactful to the live stream at all. I tried really hard to keep my mood up and be as energetic and as optimistic as I could be, because I was pretty defeated. I didn't know what else to do because we ended up starting, I think, 40 minutes late. And that sucks. Like, especially when I told you guys 8 o'clock. I am so sorry for all of you that were waiting. Like, that just sucks. Because at 7:30, I go to do, like, the live streaming now that I usually do and upload on YouTube. So that way anyone that, because I do live stream on Twitch usually, not YouTube for several reasons. But that's a totally different topic. But I then realized that all of my OBS settings were gone. All of them. And I didn't know how to put it all back because Craven pretty much, bless his soul, helped me with a lot of it because he has a lot of patience and is super supportive. So he pretty much did all of it for me. So I didn't know how to do any of it and bring it back, which meant I couldn't live stream. So my one hope was to restore my computer to a previous point before it crashed the day before the live stream. And apparently if the computer crashes while OBS is open, it loses everything. So if you use OBS, back up your shit, apparently, because OBS does not back up anything. So that was great. That was great to find out. Life lesson. So I restored and it didn't do anything. So I had to quickly try and throw together gameplay and face cam. Luckily, I somehow was able to pull chroma key out of my ass. Like I was able to figure it out like right then and there, and it took 2 seconds because chroma key was what I was most worried about because it's a pain in the ass with the blue. Like the green's a lot easier than the blue. So it was just like, oh no, I was super freaked out. So it's still, I mean, I don't think it's exactly at the point it was before the settings were screwed up, but at least it's a little close. So I threw that together, but I didn't have like if you guys donated or anything like that, like all the Twitch alerts, that didn't pop up if that happened because it wasn't there anymore. I also don't have an image in case I need to go down for a moment or whatever, like, or the game, or I decide to throw up an image. I was having it be cats before, but that's not there now either. Actually, I should probably put something there. But yeah. So Friday was super fun, and we ended up starting 40 minutes late. So thank you for all of your patience. That really helped because restoring took till I think 8:20, and then my computer started up, and then I found out that I needed to fix all that. So then I fixed all that, and by 8:40 I was good. So Craven held it together till then, but I think he was pretty exhausted from his stream. And apparently he had his own issues of like his mic muting him. So Friday was just a great day. Yeah. So, but it was really fun to play with you guys. And I will say I want to live stream Dead by Daylight again, but I'm going to wait till full release. As much as that sucks because more people can play the beta than they can the actual game. I'm thinking I should wait till full release because we were waiting for like every half hour, or we were waiting for like 20 minutes, not half hour, 20 minutes, maybe 15 minutes for everyone to get into the lobby. And it was taking forever because everyone's games were crashing or they were glitching out in weird ways. So I'm thinking about holding off Dead by Daylight till after its full release. And then I'll play with people with full releases. We'll do the RPG elements for fun. I'm going to still suck, but I do want to do that in the future. I don't want you guys waiting there and being like, well, they're not doing anything for 20 minutes. Because that's how I felt. I was like, I'm so sorry, guys. Like, I was having fun talking to everyone that was in Craven's Discord. That's what it was. But I just felt really bad for you guys. So, yeah. So for point number, I think I'm on 3. I do plan on doing a live stream this weekend. I will do an update, a live stream announcement video tomorrow to let you guys know what day and time. If you guys have an opinion before I record that announcement video on what works best for you, just post it in the comments. I'm kind of leaning towards Saturday and Sunday instead of Friday just because of last Friday. It was so exhausting, and then Friday at work might be pretty exhausting for me. And I might, need to stop by the mall afterward to go looking for Father's Day stuff. So I think I'd rather record on Friday than live stream just because I work so early in the day. And I found out that, or at least last week, Gab was she was streaming during my stream. And I don't want you guys to have to pick and choose people, especially since now I have some of you guys coming from Gab. I don't want you guys to, feel any loyalty one way or another of who to have to like pick and choose or balance. I try to avoid other people that I'm friends with because I know a lot of our subscribers cross-contaminate. Is that a crossover? Cross-contamination. But I know a lot of us are like all our subscribers are subscribing to all of us. So I try to avoid everyone. So if I do it Saturday, I know that Bowling Otter is going to be live streaming soon. I don't know if it's this weekend or the next weekend. Either way, they tend to do at night. So I'm thinking Saturday 3 to 5 or Sunday after Craven stream 4 to 6. I'm thinking one or the other. So let me know which one works best for you guys. Usually you guys tend to say it doesn't matter, or if one person says Saturday, the other one says Sunday, and it ends up balancing out, and I have to make the decision anyway. But just let me know. Maybe an overwhelming amount of you have an opinion, of the same opinion. So I figure I'll give it up to you guys until tomorrow when I actually make the announcement. So that's point number 3. Point number 4 is I actually just decided to make this point because I saw an email. I got an email from Patreon that is saying they are planning on making Patreon available to pay instantly. Is that what it is? So like it's not a requirement, but you can set it up that anyone who does Patreon with you, like is a patron for you, has to pay when becoming a patron instead of the first of the month. I think that's a brilliant idea. That's actually not primarily, but it's a big reason why I went to GameWisp at the same time. Like I'm doing both because I'm still trying to figure out which one I like most. I don't think I'm going to keep both by any means, but I don't know which one I like more. For those of you that are on one or the other, let me know what your opinion is, because I am going to keep them for now until I finally decided, but it's very difficult to keep track of two different sites with different people of like patrons and subscribers, and it gets a little harder to figure out. So, because one's more of donate to the creator, the other one's subscribing for content. GameWisp is more geared, it seems like, towards live streaming and Twitch, whereas Patreon is for any creator, whether you be an artist or a musician or a gamer or whatnot. So I pretty much don't know which one I like more. Some of you have experienced both. I only have 2 people on GameWisp, which you guys are awesome for going to GameWisp when no one else is there. But let me know what you think of GameWisp, if you guys like it or if you're indifferent or whatnot. Pretty much if I were to ever boil it down to one, I would kind of take some of the influences from one and put it into the other. So say if I went, well, the easiest transition would be from going to GameWisp back to Patreon and just doing Patreon. I would update the tiers to be similar to the ones that I had for GameWisp, because I do really like the tiers I have in both sections. So I would probably try and keep it. It just keeps it to one place. But again, the main reason why I had done GameWisp was because you get charged right when you do it. And I don't like that some people are super supportive and like determined to support me when other people can get the benefits and then cancel their subscription before they actually pay. So they're just getting all the like $5 tier is just seeing the thumbnails before they come out, which I'm going to try and get on. I did good last night. People got emails about like the update of the new Mirror's Edge thumbnail, which I actually did, and then I immediately uploaded it to Patreon afterward because I was like, oh, I should do this, because I do it for the before and afters. I don't forget that. It's more of the one shots that I've been forgetting to do. But either way, people that are paying for the $5 get to see it, but people can still see it if they're in that tier, but then cancel it before they pay the $5. So they basically get the entire benefit without doing it. And that's not fair to the people that are actually really supportive and really trying to help me out. So like there's one person in particular that's in the $5 tier and they keep getting declined repeatedly. I'm not sure what I can do about that, but they keep getting the benefits and they're not supporting like everyone else is. So it's kind of like, well, that's kind of shitty. So I kind of like this Patreon update, and it's kind of making me lean more towards Patreon right now. But as creators or as supporters, what your guys' preferences? Because I know Craven's like, I don't understand GameWisp and why it would be better than Patreon, but all of a sudden so many people are going from Patreon to GameWisp. Like, I know Gab has a GameWisp, and Manga Minx went from Patreon to GameWisp, and Swing Point's now transitioning from Patreon to GameWisp, like, completely, like, cutting off Patreon. So I want to know what the benefit is, if anything, if there's a difference. So, I mean, other than the kind of feel of the community, but just really depends. So let me know your guys' opinion. I still don't know what I'm doing, but Patreon's definitely stepped up game by doing that, because I really like that, because I think it's fair to a lot of people, and it keeps me from thinking, it'll help me with like a steadier idea of what my income is for that month, because I haven't really had a problem. There's just been the one person. I haven't had a problem with it saying I'm earning more and I don't get that much, but that happens to a lot of people. So I think that's actually a really good thing, because it helps people get an idea of what their actual income is. So that is point number 4. Point number 5 is Mirror's Edge came out. I did not realize it was coming out. Like, I knew, and when I think about it, I knew it was coming out in June. I just totally forgot about it, and I was fucking doing it. You guys know I was gonna do Catalyst. It's a thing that I've been determined to do ever since I found out it was a sequel, because the first game, if you guys don't know, a lot of you do, but for those that don't know, the first game I ever did a playthrough for on my channel was Mirror's Edge. No face cam, shitty voice, all that stuff, all the jazz of the very first playthrough you ever do. That was mine. And I played it on hard mode, so at least it was, somewhat different than someone else's Let's Play might be. But yeah, I absolutely love Mirror's Edge, and I love the combat. Or the gameplay, not combat. Fuck combat. But I really like the parkour elements and like using your surroundings. It's really cool. So I've been dying for this to release, and I totally forgot it was a thing. So I immediately came home, recorded it. I immediately came home, did the thumbnail, then recorded it, then uploaded the first part, then recorded another part. And now I'm going to be recording more after this. So I'm trying to get it out there for you guys. But I also recognize that not all of you want to watch it and still want to see a lot of the one-shots. So I'm thinking every other day, as I was doing before. But it seems like I've been doing a lot of videos in a day, which, as much as that's really good for channel growth, it's kind of, I'm getting tired. I'm burning myself out a little, and I need to back off. Me and River were talking about it earlier. I'm just like, I'm kind of overwhelming myself a little bit. So I gotta go on a more steady one a day, maybe two. I did fucking 3 on the last Saturday, so I need to slow my roll. But it is the exception because Mirror's Edge just came out, and you usually want to try and get a game right as it came out. So Mirror's Edge is a thing. It's going to be a thing. If you guys want to see a Mirror's Edge 1 playthrough of my really bad very first playthrough, go right ahead. But yeah, I am really excited for this new one. Yay! So that is 0.5. So now I'm on 6. So 6. This is more personal stuff. That was all about the channel. This is more of what's been going on with me. Not this weekend, but a week from this weekend, next weekend, I was supposed to go to a friend's wedding on the 18th. Well, that's awkward. Did you guys see that? It just shut off. What the fuck? This lamp has been on the fritz, and it makes me nervous during gameplays, especially if I'm recording alone, because no one can help me out with it. Anyway, so I was supposed to go to a wedding in 2 weeks. That's not gonna happen now, I think, and that hurts a lot. I feel freaking terrible. And the reason why, I was supposed to be, like, they're a friend from college, and I was supposed to be their personal assistant, whatever that is. I guess that's a thing now. But basically I help her out during the day. I was supposed to be that and be there, and found out, not last night, but the night before, that my best friend, Alicia Storm, her dad passed away last Thursday. And of course, they're having the funeral on the same day. And I could go to both, but the problem is the wedding is 6 hours away in Minnesota. Because I went to school in Minnesota. So there's no way I can do that. I'm just like, shit. So I will be here. I will probably do a live stream Friday or something. Now that I'll actually be here, because my plan was to be gone Friday and Saturday and backlog and not do a live stream or anything. But it seems like I'm kind of homestuck now. Because I really should be there for Alicia Storm, because Alicia Storm is just, that's your father. Like, it's hard. Even though none of us were really close to her dad. I mean, it's still your dad. So I really should be there for her. And it sucks because it's like, that's the worst decision, is between wedding and funeral. And it really depends on your role in the wedding. Luckily, I'm not like maid of honor or anything like that, or bridesmaids. But I mean, I was something still. So I was still like, oh no. And like, she's one of my bridesmaids. So I felt terrible. I was like, you want to be in mine, and I feel bad that I can't go to yours. Or like, at first I didn't know what I was deciding. I just kind of decided late last night, for sure what I was doing. So Yay. So I was taking care of Alicia on the phone a couple nights ago and trying to help her feel better. So if I'm, I shouldn't be MIA, but just there's stuff going down. But on a lighter note, the last point, I had a little bit of fun this last week, and otherwise, I didn't know about her dad until 2 days ago. So the weekend was more carefree. We celebrated Rob's birthday on Saturday, so we went to Lake Geneva in Wisconsin, which apparently Vagus, one of the people that play with Craven and River in Final Fantasy XIV, was also in Lake Geneva that day. I was like, I tweeted it, like we could have said hi to you or something. But yeah, I tweeted it to see if anyone was in the area. Come say hi. So if you guys don't follow me on Twitter yet, it's in the description. I think I'm KatFTWynn, but my handle name is that, but my name is KatTWynn or something like that. But yeah, we were in Lake Geneva. Rob got his eyebrow pierced, and I'm super jealous. I want my eyebrow pierced again. I did used to have it pierced. It was only for 6 months until it got severely infected. It was great. This one. But is because I accidentally got hooked on Shy Guy while we were hugging a lot. It happened a handful of times because he's got his hair in a ponytail, and I would lean my head against him, and he'd pull away, and his hair would get caught in the eyebrow piercing, and it tore the piercing a little bit. And then I decided to have it changed out for a colorful piercing versus like the silver they give you, which had bigger balls. And I'm pretty sure that put more weight and strain on it when it was already trying to heal again. And then it got severely infected. I miss it. But I was like, I would if one, I didn't have my job at graphic designing right now. So in the future, maybe. But two, not before the wedding, especially because of if it does get infected, I don't want infection on my face for the wedding. Just saying. Because it was nasty. Like I had it for ASEN that year. And it was just like 2 huge scabs. It was bad. But yeah, so he got his eyebrow pierced. We ate at a really delicious place. If you guys are ever by, it's kind of by Lake Geneva. It's a little more towards the interstate, but it's called 75th Bar and Grill. It's really good, and everyone loved it. So if you're around the North Illinois, South Wisconsin area, and you're looking for a place to eat around there, it's really good. So, and then we came back and we just hung out, pretty much watching the show Scream, which I'm not even going to talk about that because I have feels. But yeah, that's what's been going on with the channel. This is kind of long, and I know that because I haven't done a Winning Wednesday last week, and a lot of shit went down, and a lot of stuff to talk about, and welcoming all you newcomers to the channel. But yeah, this is a Winning Wednesday. Usually a little bit shorter than this, but I tend to rant. I apologize. But that's what's been going on. So whatever I said about GameWisp versus Patreon, live stream times, all of that jazz, put in the description or put in the comments what you think or your opinions or whatnot. Otherwise, if you just say hi, I'll say hi back. I usually always try to say hi to everyone, with exceptions. I mean, if I can't literally respond to your comment because my brain broke or something, that's a little different. But I try to respond to every single person. Or if it got weird, then I avoid it too. But it's pretty obvious if it's gotten weird. But yeah, so this is my channel. Welcome. This is a Winning Wednesday. Things. But I hope you guys are winning at life, and I will see you in the next Winning Wednesday playthrough or whatever it is you guys watch. So keep winning, guys.